Welcome, and thanks for joining OPHARDT Hygiene's Innovations 2021 webinar. So glad that you're here and excited to share more about OPHARTT's product roadmap for this upcoming year. My name is Peter de Koning, and I'm on the marketing team here at OPHARTT. The experts that you'll be hearing from today are two of my colleagues, Klaus and Peter, who are, respectively, the Director of Dispensing and Disposal Systems and the Global Business Segment Manager for OPHARTT Intelligent Solutions. We're going to start our webinar by sharing more about who we are at OPHARTT before diving into four key product launches: the RX10M, the KX Smart Touchless, the Ingoman Smart Nose T, and we'll finish by sharing some key updates to the Santra Plus series. At any point during this webinar, you can ask us questions by entering them into the questions section of your GoToMeeting control panel. If you're having trouble finding this, simply click the red button with the arrow in it. That'll expand the control panel, giving you the option to ask your questions by entering them into during the webinar, and we'll have time for a Q&A at the end. We'll be talking about innovation that's in the very DNA of OPHARTT Hygiene. Like a lot of innovative companies, we were formed by an inventive engineer in a garage. In 1962, Hermann Opphardt created a dispenser that remains the #1 dispenser in German, Swiss, and Austrian healthcare facilities. It was the first dispenser to reliably dispense alcohol-based hand rubs. And while the company quickly expanded, we've stayed focused on dispensing. OPHARTT Hygiene now has manufacturing facilities in Germany, Belgium, Ireland, Switzerland, the Philippines, Armenia, and Canada. We have over 1,000 employees and offer more than 1,000 standard products. But it's our focus on innovation that truly defines us, with over 400 patents in the dispensing space. Our obsessive engineering is always focused on solving the real problems of hand hygiene. What differentiates us is that we don't produce chemicals like soap or sanitizers. We'll work with companies that do, but uniquely we're focused on creating dispensing hardware and software, all for the purpose of our mission, which is to break the chain of infection. Our work has never been more vital, and we are grateful for the ways that we get to partner with frontline and healthcare workers to help prevent infection. Before we dive into our product roadmap, I want to share a bit more about what motivates us at OPHARTT Hygiene.
We believe that the future is in our hands. With our hands, we can transform lives and save them. But those same hands can also carry and spread disease. To break the chain of infection, we need to start here. This simple practice can help us and those we love live longer, healthier lives. At OPHARTT Hygiene, we are dedicated to improving hand hygiene in order to break the chain of infection. We create the world's best dispensing equipment, industry-leading software solutions, and have an unparalleled portfolio of innovations and patents. We are constantly innovating to improve hand hygiene. People disinfect their hands more when using high-quality foam. We'll make a pump that produces the most luxurious foam possible. Healthcare workers need feedback to know when they've got the recommended dosage of disinfectant. Look for the green light. Hospitals need smart, connected dispensers that track whether staff wash their hands before procedures. Done. Our partners need a custom-made pump so that their product can shine. We use our wealth of knowledge as the dispensing experts to create a bespoke solution that helps them stand out. From the most advanced medical facility to the most demanding public space, we solve the problems of hand hygiene through obsessive engineering, deep research, and manufacturing excellence. An innovator for over 50 years, OPHARTT Hygiene will work hand in hand with you to break the chain of infection.
So here we are for the RX10M. I'll give you a short overview about the innovation for the RX series, We have the manual and touchless versions. As you can see here, they're already existing. They accept disposable hygiene pumps and permanent plastic pumps, compatible with disinfectants, alcohol gels, soaps, and lotions. For the 500 and 1000 ml Euro bottles or Euro bottle shape likes, robust ABS plastic housing, easy pump front removal, and additional accessories available for improving hand hygiene compliance. The RX10M is the new one in our range. It's an hygienic, robust stainless steel lever for arm or elbow operating. It's also for the 1000 Euro bottle shape likes, wall mounting or installation on stand. The minute will show you. The dosage is up to 1.5 ml per full stroke. Whole dispenser is dishwasher safe. It's adjustable in a base angle for ideal bottle fit. Has a locking and a non-locking versions, and of course a removable drip tray. So now you see a video on how to remove the bottle. Explained about that, and also to remove the pump after it's applied. You can open or hold it easily, slowly, and it's ready to operate. Right, what kind of pumps and packages we have for the RX10M and for the whole series? We have a permanent plastic pump. They are for manual reprocessing and dishwasher safe. We have a disposable hygiene pump, DHP. There's no reprocessing necessary. They are fully recyclable and they're certified for recycling from the Certification Institute Interzero. We also have a Euro pack and the Euro pouch. Euro pack is on the very right side. Euro pouch on the left-hand side. Compact closed unit, pump and package are together. It's the highest hygiene standard and safe against any manipulation or contamination. And I think it's mentioned to, it's worth to mention that the Euro pouch system, as you can see here, can accelerate up to 30% plastic savings because of different materials versus a bottle. The RX10M has a locking and a non-locking version. So you see here the lock and the key into the lock. It's very easy operation. And here's the counterpart without lock. The RX10M has also a base angle configuration for what is needed. When you have a bottle height that's not ideally wise fit into your size dispenser, you can here on the base angle adjust so that also tolerances of the height can be adjusted. Customization, the drip tray can be supplied in high vision or high visibility colors. The standard high vision colors are yellow, red, and orange. High vision colors can increase hand hygiene compliance by up to 6% as proven. And of course, to individualize your logo print, your text, we have the opportunity to bring it on the right or left side on the dispenser. Installation options, they are wall mounted, as you can see here, to be integrated in the workflow on any operations, or as a stand, as you can see on the right side, to be in entry halls, waiting areas, wherever you need a kind of stand. The hand hygiene at point of care requires also bracket systems. Our robust bracket solutions are made out of high-grade stainless steel. Applications could be round frames, as you can see here, or norm rails, as you can see here. The round frames between 22 and 40 millimeters, the norm rails between 10 and 25 millimeters. Installation examples could be patient beds, trolleys, or infusion stands or incubators. Now, let's go to the KX Touchless Smart, another innovation I'm going to show you today. The KX series also has touchless and manual dispensers. Here's the touchless one. Here are the manual dispensers. They are ADA compliant. That's the American industry standard. They have a compact footprint, quick and easy bottle loading, a button or a key entry, and they are compatible with any 38 millimeter OPHARDT family line of pumps. The KX Touchless Smart is an intelligent cartridge dispenser out of hygienic touchless technology, measures the hand hygiene events, has an active fill level measurement like here. It's also has a reliable battery level calculation. It's an over-the-air update technology, OTA, and is available in 500 and 1000 millimeter touchless KX devices. So we're talking here about the touchless devices. And as an option or as a plus, you have a feedback LED to improve hand hygiene quality that shows how professional you execute your hand hygiene. So we should see now a movie, a video. Right. The intelligent cartridge dispenser, oh, whoops, this side we have already. It's now we're coming to the customized options. We have a large area that can be customized to 100%, as you can see here. So the whole area on this dispenser or here can be fully customized. So with your own logo, branding, graphics, the solution is extremely high. You can also put your unique hand care messages onto. We have a customizable window size, so when you put especially windows, or you can show the product level or your bottle label. The cartridges are designed for the highest hygiene standards. So it's in hygienic closed systems. Right? So it's once it's closed, we operate immediately with the cartridge system. We have an individualized and secure lockout system, as you can see here. So here's the lockout system on both cartridges. The pumps are recyclable, and also the bottles out of high density polyethylene or low density polyethylene are fully recyclable. They are fast and easy to replace. We call it also one-end replacement. And they can be supplied as rigid or collapsing bottles. When you have a rigid one, you need a vented pump. And if you have a collapsing one, you need a non-vented pump. The pumps are the heart actually of the whole system. We have pumps for foam in 0.4, 0.8, and 1 ml, in alcohol foam for 0.4, 0.8 ml, lotion and gels, liquid soaps, shampoos, creams, sanitizers in 1 or 2 ml, heavy duty with grit, without grit, with high viscosity in 2 ml, and of course spray for alcohol, non-alcohol with different spray patterns. They're also available in 0.25 or 1 ml. All of these pumps have the clean tip technology. Clean tip means suck back, that no drops comes out, and also air blast that cleans the outlet pipe, that there's no blockage later on. All right, I hand over to my colleague Peter Eckert for the smart nose.
Thanks, Klaus. Very good stuff. And we've already seen the first smart device, the KX Touchless Smart. So that's a good intro to the smart part. My name is Peter Rickert, Global Business Segment Manager for the smart systems and smart software for OPHARDT. And I want to start with the Ingoman Smart Nose. That is a retrofit unit that was recently launched. And why do we have a retrofit unit? That's because of the big success of our Ingoman Plus dispenser, mainly in German-speaking healthcare institutions. We have about 2 million systems installed, and that was the reason why we developed also a retrofit unit for those dispensers, so that you just have to replace the nozzle here, the smart nose, and you have a smart system within 30 seconds. It is compatible, as I said, with Ingoman Plus 500 ml dispensers. And what's new, as I said, that one was introduced last year, and new is the 1000 ml dispenser. So it's a little bit bigger nose for bigger bottles, of course. And the key feature is, as we saw already in the intro video at the beginning that Peter de Koning just showed us, is the feedback LED on the center of the face shield of this device or the nozzle. And this indicates when 3 ml of liquid are disposed. That's currently the right amount for healthcare workers in Europe. In the North American market, it's mainly 2 ml, but the device can be tuned to either dosage that is required for that. Of course, it has an integrated low battery level that only shows up when it is activated, but don't worry. The battery that is included in the smart nose for data transmission lasts about 5 years, so that really is no worry at all at the moment. We do the fill level calculation and we give bottle change alarms. So when about 10% of liquid is still in the bottle, an alarm is sent out via email to the worker that has to change the bottle. So that gives you ample time basically to replace the bottle so that no dispenser runs empty. It has the highest encrypted WLAN communication available at the moment. It's WPA Enterprise. So that is absolutely sure. So your data is protected. It can be very fastly configured via NFC directly on the face shield here of the device, and the firmware updates can also be done wireless, as the same as the KX Smart over the air. So OTA is available. Now we show you a small video how that looks. So you only see if you've done enough activations basically to give you the 3 ml. Normal one push of the lever is about 1.5 milliliter if you push it full. But of course, some healthcare workers do that normally not to full. So maybe you need 2 or 3 pushing of the lever to achieve the 3 ml that is required. Of course, next to the retrofit unit, there is the pre-installed version, which we call Ingoman Smart. And so we have the dispenser and the already installed smart nose. Same features, of course, as with the smart nose alone, but here you can see the full device and again, available in 500 and 1000 ml. So that was basically the device that is required mainly for healthcare institutions. Now we go to public washrooms, and we have a new smart series developed for that. That is launched this quarter. It's the Santra Plus series. And it originates basically from the Santra Classic that is still available. That is the standard now in stainless steel for about 25 years. And it is an open and refillable system. As Peter de Koning stressed in the beginning, in the intro, we are open basically to any material that can be filled in there. So either it's liquids or it's paper. So we are very independent of that. And of course, therefore, modular assembly. You can basically put in any paper towels, what you want. And it is made in Germany. Just for the people that are not aware of how the name originated, Santra is sanitary, and RAL means all the RAL colors. So we offer these systems in basically any kind of color that is RAL compatible. So could be more than 100 different colors if required. You here see only the white and the black, of course, but later on we will see also some new colors. And we are very proud on our devices, made in Germany, made of pure steel. We offer a 5-year extended warranty. So you have 5 years, no worry with our devices. The Santra Plus series that we just launched, as you can see here, it looks a little bit smoother on the edges. So it got a facelift, new design, basically nothing that basically if you touch the device, it feels really great. And together with the new design, we offered also a couple of new finishes to attach to the new washrooms for high-end usage as well. It's Oslo Blue, Copper Rose, and Slate Gray, as I said, in addition to the standard RAL colors that are being offered. The devices of the Santra Plus series are smart ready from the beginning. So that means even if you're not going smart right now, all the devices can be retrofitted with a smart retrofit kit anytime afterwards. So you have the security that in your investment could be smart whenever you are ready for that. So that's a key advantage of these systems as well. Finishings, and all the time you can see basically the smart ready slot on the top of the devices. The devices, the same as also the Smart Nose and the Ingoman Smart, they are equipped standard with NFC technology, and which is of course an application for iOS and Android smart devices. It is very easy to use. Just put your smartphone very near to the device, and you can directly get all the information that is on the device, and you can also put settings on the device if you want to. And of course, you can enter the location where you place the smart device also on your smartphone directly, so you don't have to go back to your working station. It is also the updates, as I said, firmware, what counts for the KX Smart and for the Ingoman Smart also is for the Santra Plus series. Everything can be done over the air, so you do not have to worry about individual dispensers. Everything will be done in one go. We also have a quick install app for the devices. So if you've set up dispensers in your location, you can also do that easily with a smartphone. And of course, it has, as I said, for what counts for the data transmission is also for the TLS encryption. So everything is safe. TLS is for the NFC programming. What is very important if you have a smart system is, first of all, as I already mentioned, and we've seen in the videos, is the individual feedback. So was the amount delivered and taken by the worker, was that enough and fulfilled the compliance? So that's the individual feedback, and that is really unique in the market. Then we have group feedback. which is very important, especially in healthcare environment, for instance, so that on every individual ward or for a production group, for instance, or if you have VIP floors in hotels and so on, you can see directly how the staff basically did the compliance and how much they really used the system and if they reached their target. And of course, the organizational feedback is for the whole building or setup or for the managers so that they can see how the smart systems basically were used all over the institution. And you can also compare, for instance, in hospital groups or nursing home groups, you can compare one nursing home again, to the other, or one ward in one hospital to the same ward in another hospital. So that's very helpful. And it also gives you all the current status of all dispensers, which is also very important. So what we've seen now is you have all on top all the smart hardware that is available, so dispensers and bins, waste bins. And we have specialized software. So as I said, for the healthcare, the medical area, it's OHMS. And that is, of course, a lot focused on the compliance of individual and of the healthcare workers. And it is, of course, for hospitals, nursing homes, rehab facilities, and so on. And with different focus, of course, you have in the public areas. So that is OWMS for the washrooms. And there, of course, you have different requirements. You want to do better staff planning for filling and cleaning and emptying waste bins and so on. So therefore, it is a different software. But of course, also the two can be combined. So we have applications like airports where you have small hospitals already on the airport, you have public washrooms, and you need all the data. And so therefore, it can also be combined. And for some customers, they require third-party or custom-specific solutions. We have one installation in Belgium that is for the local police force with about 20 buildings, and also the town hall, and all is connected via their own software, and our dispensers basically report into their software. So we do the coordination of the different softwares. You can see here just one easy view on how the OWMS software is working. So very easy. It is adaptable to different languages. So we see here a German version, but it's also available in a couple of other languages as well. Okay, so now we can move to the question and answers.
Got a couple questions here, and Klaus, maybe you can take the first one. The first one is, what is the availability and the delivery times for the RX10M? When will it reach the market?
Yeah, thanks, Peter. Actually, the first pilot batches are done. So we assume that the RX10M will be in market launched for the first quarter 2021. And approximately the lead time, I would say, is in our standard lead time between 3 to 6 weeks, depends on the requested volumes.
Great. Thanks, Klaus. And second
Sure.
question, maybe Peter, you can take this one. Could you share the price of an OIS software license? And the two-parter, second part is, what's the price difference between smart dispensers and standard dispensers?
Okay, thanks, Peter. I start with the easy part, so the second part. So price of the hardware of a smart device compared to the standard system. And you've seen here also the Ingoman, you see the KX, and you see the RX. So everything that can be upgraded towards a smart device, there is an additional cost of approximately 50 euros or approximately 60 US dollars or 60 Canadian dollars. So, and that is standard for all the devices. If it is an Ingoman or if it's a Santra Plus or if it's a retrofit unit, just like the Smart Nose here, that is 50 euros. So relatively easy. And you can calculate that with the number of devices that you need. For the software, as you've seen, we have a lot of variety on software. So either it's healthcare, or it's facility management, or customization. So that question is not to be answered that easily. But seen from what our customers have chosen from the different modules that are available for that, and the different applications, just as a rule of thumb, it's about 5 cents per dispenser per day if you put your full institution on smart.
Great. Thanks for those answers, and those are the questions that we have for today. I just want to encourage everyone who's on this webinar. We would love to stay in touch with you. There's a few options. You can register for the next webinar at ophart.com. You can sign up for a newsletter as well, and you can follow us everywhere on social media at OPHART Hygiene. Now, we appreciate you taking the time to be with us today, and it's an honor for us to be your partner in hand hygiene, and we're excited to see you at the next webinar. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.